17-year-old Kazuto Smith, a high school student, wakes up in a panic. That dream again. No, why can't I forget? Why can't I? Why? I guess I can't go back to bed now, can I? Kazuto eats breakfast and prepares to go to school. He grabs his bag and then exits his house. As he arrives into the classroom, he sits down, waiting for the rest of the students to arrive. He is known as the depressed child of the school. No one really wants to hang with him. After all, after his parents' accident, he's been different, been distant, so cold. Some people tend to take advantage of that. Kazuto asks the teacher during the middle of class, Can I go to the restroom? Sure, just make it quick. Kazuto ends up going to the restroom. As he goes to take a piss, someone walks in behind him. Well, Kazuto. Didn't I say for you to bring me my money? So where is it? It's not your money. And I don't have any. Oh, but don't you get paid this week? Yeah, but I had to buy groceries, otherwise I would have died. From not being able to eat. Is that my problem? I didn't care. I said for you to bring me cash. Where's the money? I told you I spent it. Kazuto's punched in the gut. He ends up coughing up blood. Really? Next time bring me my money. As he's kicked to the floor by a bully. And don't you dare forget it. Why? Why do you guys always do this? It was because you lived, not your family. Your parents were respected. They died. You didn't. It's bullshit. So? You don't think I regret that every day? You don't think I wish that I was the one who died? So who cares if you wish or not? We don't like you. As he walks out, leaving Kazuto in just a gasp of air. Kazuto cries for the next hour, eventually going back to what would be his class. The teacher says, Where were you, Kazuto? Took you forever, as he sees Kazuto's, uniform covered in blood. Go to the nurse's office and clean up. Damn you, you're always getting into messes like this. You're nothing but a trouble student. Kazuto goes to the nurse. It seems everyone hates him. He can't really comprehend why. He never asked for this. But he can't fight back either. He doesn't have the motivation to fight back. He's not strong enough to fight back. As he goes back to what would be his class for the rest of the day, or the remainder of the day, the school bell rings, releasing them. And Kazuto says, This day can't possibly get any worse, can it? Here's a scream. No, multiple screams. A barrage of screams. Teachers, students, males, females, it doesn't matter. His teacher opens the door to go check what's going on, and is suddenly attacked by what seems to be a beast, running over, beginning to feast upon the teacher, tearing it piece to piece. The screams and the horror. A student gets up and closes the door immediately. What? What is that? Did you guys see that? The whole class goes into panic mode. Kazuto has a flashback to what really happened that night. His parents didn't die from what would be a car crash. No. They died to the hell dog, to that beast that's feasting upon his teacher now. He can't believe it. It's back. It's returned for him. No, why? He's starting to freak out. He doesn't want to let anyone else die. That's not his style. Everyone, we've got to get out of here now, Kazuto says as he takes charge. Let's go. He opens the door as they run past what would be the teacher getting feasted upon. He's screaming for their help. Kazuto knows it's too late. Up to the left. There should be a stairway leading to what would be an emergency exit to the school. Everyone follows along. People being feasted upon by more and more of the beasts coming. Kazuto's in utter shock. How many of them are there? I thought there was only one. This isn't fair. As they get to the top, there's only 4 left. The man that beat him up earlier. Everyone that's left is treated like shit. But he doesn't care. He doesn't want to see him die. He helps them up to a stairway. The stairway's been broken, but he still helps them up. They pull themselves onto what would be a railing, and up and over. Finally, when Kazuto's the last one, he says, "Hey, help me up." The man says, "No. There's no point in bringing trash like you. It was nice of you to help us out, though." As he runs off with the others, Kazuto feels a hatred. He feels betrayed. This hatred quickly turns to fear as he hears growling behind him. No, not like this. Not after I helped everyone. He looks and turns around to see a beast. He drops to the floor and curls up into a ball, preparing to die. No. The beast runs towards him. And then suddenly, expecting to die, he awakes in a cave. In underground ruins? What is this? He hears growling around him. He sees red eyes in the darkness. He immediately climbs up a ladder in front of him, panicking, his heart racing. No, I won't die. Not like this. He's running and running and running until he stops, almost falling over a cliff. He goes to turn around only to see more growling and red eyes. The beasts keep following him. Why, damn it? Why are you guys so obsessed with me? He steps back in fear, falling. His heart just drops. He feels the collision of his body with the cement. As he falls unconscious, barely awake, he feels the blood dripping out of his head, his spinal cord broken. No, can't believe I'm gonna die like this. Kazuto passes on. His entire body is given out. Beasts are coming forward. Giant monsters, as well as the demon dogs that ate his entire classmates, it seems, except for the few that got away. They began feasting upon his body. Suddenly, 100 voices flood into Kazuto's head. Do you really want to die this way? No, Kazuma thinks. Do you want to get revenge? Yes, more than anything. I want to kill them all. Good. Well then let me help you out. Let us all help you out. As his body is possessed by a dark aura, it's encased by it, regenerating his entire limbs. Suddenly his eyes turn to a crimson red. His entire fear and anxiety disappear. He looks up to see the beasts in shock. Their instincts tell them to run away, but they can't now, not with the prey so close. They try to attack, but Kazuto just immediately dodges, using such power to incinerate all of them. One simple shot. For the next 3 months, he ends up roaming around aimlessly, doesn't know where he is. He's just running through the ruins, feasting upon what would be just plants and surviving off of water. The lack of nutrients is making him look ghostly. He can't do anything after all. It's not like he knows the entrance or exit of this place. We now switch to the perspective of 18-year-old Harumi Takamashi. She has all the highest marks in her classes and is expected to graduate number 1 overall in her magic academy. She's saying goodbyes to her father. Goodbye, father. I will return right after we go on this training expedition. Oh, well, I'll miss you, her father, Saito, says. She carries on to what would be, carried along by what would be adventurers hired by none other than her father herself. They're quite experienced. Now, they don't have any names as of now. After all, they're just side characters. They continue on to what would be the underground ruins. As the adventurers are escorting what would be Harumi Takamashi, she notices that she wants to get a little bit of a workout in. She notes to them that, after all, this is a training expedition for her. So they agree to let her go. As she goes against what would be a basic demon hound, they normally struggle with these things. She simply cuts it in half, with little to no effort. They're in just pure awestruck. Miss, how did you do that? It's mind-boggling, your power. Aw, shucks. I mean, they don't call me number 1 for no reason. Like, they look at her in just awe again. Like, I can't believe she's this strong. After a while, they continue on for what would be about 3 hours, getting ready to leave. Until, suddenly, everything takes a wrong turn. The entirety of the entrances and exits are blocked off by demons. Not normal demons, no. These monstrosities are giant. This won't be easy. If it was just 3 of them, maybe. No, this number's into the thousands. They're all gonna die. And they know it. Hadami says, we can do this. We can, if we just kill anyone in our path, any of the beasts in our path, we can make it out of here. Are you with me? Everyone cheers along with her. Yes, we're with you, miss. We'll do it. They all begin slaying against them. But one by one, every one of her party members is slowly taken out. As Hadami's about to be bitten, the main party escort jumps in front, getting bitten in the process, eaten alive in front of her. She's the final one left. She's cornered into what would be a corner of a cave. No, I don't want to die. She ends up curling down into a ball, preparing for death. Until suddenly, a stampede happens, trampling the ones in the front. They're running away from something. Once the ones in the front get back up, preparing to reassure their attention onto Hadami, they're about to attack. But a hand goes through what would be this monster's chest. And then it's split into two by what would be Kazuto. He looks at Hadami. Then he looks back at the monstrosities. He's like, looks like I had to have a little bit of fun today for once. He rushes forward, slicing another in half, grabbing one by its throat, crushing it entirely. He's so fast Hadami can't even keep up with his speed. He's incinerating all of them. His power's out of this world. Afterwards, he looks at Hadami, then falls and collapses. She looks at him, realizing he has a lack of nutrients and probably fainted from hunger. She ends up carrying him back to what would be her home, since the pathway is now cleared. Kazuto wakes up in a fancy room, sleeping in a nice bed. He hasn't felt this luxury in so long. He sees a butler just waiting there. Where am I? Well, you are in the great Tagamashi's family's home. It's private estate, so be it. And I was actually informed to escort you to the leader of this area, or the owner of this house. Alright, take me. As they go to what would be Saito, aka Harumi's father. Now, Kazuto immediately walks in, and Saito runs up and just thanks him, grabs his hands and just thanks him. Thank you for saving my daughter. You don't know how much this means to me. I didn't intend to really save your daughter. I didn't even know she was there. I just saw people, finally a fight I could do. Well, nonetheless, you saved her. Thank you. Well, no problem. Well, I guess I'll be going now, Kazuto would say. Wait, don't leave. As Kazuto goes to leave, the door immediately opens up, bursting open, with Harumi coming in. She runs over and grabs what would be Kazuto's arm. I can't believe it's you. I want you to be my husband. Now, Kazuto's actually taken off guard by this. He's like, what? Hold on. I don't even know you. She's like, it doesn't matter. You saved me. He's like, well, there's no point in doing that. We don't know each other. Go find someone else to love. I'm not really interested in love. I have an objective to do. I'll be gone. That's when, Saito runs over and he's like, no, you can't. I've been waiting for Harumi to pick a husband. She chose you. You don't know how much this means to me. Please don't. I'll tell you anything. He's like, what are you talking about? This has nothing to do with me. All I have to do is seek revenge. That's all I'm here for. Revenge on who? Saito says. The ones who wronged me. They ask him simply for his story, in which he would explain how he got there, all the events leading up to this. After all, he doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know what happened, so he has some questions for them once he sits down. They explain that he's one of the summoned ones, the summoned heroes. There are others, very minimal survivors. They talk about the onslaught as well, but they never mentioned you. Can you tell me the location? Kazuto would say. Well, it will take a while, but yeah, I can. Kazuto says, alright, bet. So what is it, what's in it for you? Yeah, you knew there was gonna be a catch, huh? Saito says. Well, of course. Men like you never let it go for no reason. Well, the only catch I have, Saito says, is for you to marry my daughter. Kazuto just begins to walk away. I won't be bargained with. I won't be controlled. No more. I won't let anything control me in this world anymore. As he walks away, I'll be on my own. I'll try my best on my own. And I'll bet you I'll find him myself. Before he leaves, he is given what would be a pouch of gold coins by Hadami. Please consider the offer. I'll still love you no matter what. I don't know what your obsession is with me. All I did was save your life, and it wasn't even intentional. Yes, but you still saved it nonetheless. And you're quite cute, to be quite honest. He walks away. Stone cold glare. He can't help but feel no emotion for this. It just feels so forced to him. As he walks to what would be the middle of the village, he realizes there's a lot of people crowding around the guild. He notices that this is a guild just like what would be in normal manga and anime. Might as well go check this out. As he goes inside the guild, he sees people glaring at him, looking at him with looks of disgust, and he looks down. Oh, he's still wearing his shitty clothing. And he probably smells like ass. Makes sense. He'll have to spend some of this money on an end. Probably should have showered before he left Hadami's place. He walks up to the guild lady and asks her, so what's going on? Why is everyone lined up here? Oh, well, you see, everything around this place is judged off of magical ability. And so people are always vying to get theirs checked. If you are shown to have a high magical ability, you can be an adventurer. A low one, you'll probably be working in the mines. Simple as that. Everything's judged off of that. You can't go anywhere without your magical ID card. So I guess I should get one, huh? How much do they cost? 5 gold coins. Is that expensive? Well, I guess you could say it's pretty pricey, but most people are able to afford it with a small loan. Well, I actually have some money right here, as he puts the gold coins on what would be the table, or the counter. She counts them out, and she's like, pleasure doing business with you. She brings out what would be the machine, and says, place your hand on it, and release some of your magical powers, or mana. It'll actually trace it and tell us your exact number. He's alright. As he puts his hand on there, he ends up releasing so much magical power subconsciously that it fills the entire room with darkness. Everyone's freaked out. The machine begins smoking until it explodes. Everyone gets down like it's some sort of bomb. They look at what would be Kazuto in shock. She's like, it looks like your power might be too much for it. How is this? This has never happened. How is this? What? Only the people that would ever do this is someone with A-class power. No, S-class power. He's like, S-class power? She's like, only the churches can actually look at that kind of power. If you're gonna get your power checked out, make sure to go there. But we will have to charge you for the machine. How much is it? 20 gold coins. Hold on. As he looks inside, I only have 15. Well, I guess I'll only charge you about 10, seeing as how most of it was not your fault. It was just your too much power. You had too much power. He pays her 10 coins and then walks off. Damn, I think I just got scammed. Now, as he realizes, he doesn't know where he's going. He's about to turn around and ask her, but then suddenly a white-haired girl runs up. Her name Yuki. She pulls on his arm. She's like, I'll show you where the church is. As he's walking through what would be the crowd with her pulling him along, he's like, why are you willing to show me? Well, you're quite strong, mister. I saw. So, I would like to get your help on a mission. After all, I'll pay you. And from what it looks like, you'll be out of money quite soon. Especially since you're about to have to buy clothes. You can't look like that going into a church. He's like, you're right. I guess I'll take that offer up. As long as it's nothing too boring. But it will help my goal, no matter what. That's what he's thinking to himself, at least. As they go clothes shopping, he ends up picking up 2 outfits. One which is just a vest and, a collared shirt with a tie. And the other being what would be a normal black jacket, white collared t-shirt, and just some black pants. As it leads into what would then be walking towards the church. She notes that he's quite handsome, and he says thanks, I guess. She says, your eyes are like a demon's, though. He's like, really? I haven't even checked. I haven't even looked in a mirror in the longest time. She actually pulls out what would be a mirror and shows him. He's like, I really do look like a demon now, don't I? I actually like it, though. It makes me look a little more intimidating. I bet you this is what makes me see through people's bullshit. She's like, what? They eventually get into the church, requesting to actually see what would be, get his power gauged. Now, it's only going to be 5 gold coins again, since they told the church the whole incident. As he places his hand upon the new machine, a bigger machine, one much more efficient, ends up drawing out his power, and the look of shock on the priest's face and the nuns is astonishing. They look at him as if he's the demon himself, as the devil. Huh, what is this? No, this is the power of a demon lord. No, this is the power of 100 demon lords. His power is infinite. How is this even possible? No monster should be allowed in a church like this. Get out! He grabs the key card or the magical ID card from them and says, really, I don't care if this is the house of God or not. I came in here to get my power evaluated. Now that I have it, I'll leave now. As he walks away, they say, be gone, you vile scum. He's like, thanks. If coming from you guys, this is nothing more than a compliment. People like you are the ones that put me down in my last life. I won't let that happen again. And that's the end of chapter 1. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys really did like it, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Personally, this is my first audio light novel I've ever tried making, so hope you guys liked it. I'm out.